Hello Cancer, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your March Tarot Forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energies of the month of March. I'm a little bit ahead of myself. Anyways, we'll start with an oracle card. Today it's the Cosmic Journey Oracle, so let's get a card for Cancer. And then at the end, we'll also pull some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm still experimenting with my new equipment. I've got the camera set up. I have my mic with me. So hopefully this is going to be better, especially today because I have some unattended dogs right next door to me, and they've been alone for a while now, so yeah, whenever they hear noise they just go wild. So I'm trying at least to do better with the mic, hopefully that you won't hear the dogs as much and you'll be listening to me instead. That's my goal. Anyway, so you have number 32, right into this reality. So what are you writing, Cancer, this month? Think about it. You need to be very mindful. And speaking of which, we have new moon coming up next week. So this is going to be new moon in Pisces, right? And Pisces actually asks us to think more on the cosmic level, on the soul level, to kind of connect the individual and the collective, right? And like see bigger or deeper meaning behind things, right? So maybe it's a time and it's opportunity to slow down. That's what I'm getting for you. And to really think of why you do what you do, whether it still presents value to you, whether it speaks to your soul, and if not, it's time to freshen things up, to try something new, right? I'm not saying just, I don't know, quit your job and go to a remote island, although why not, if that's what your soul is asking for. But you can also experiment and try doing things differently. A lot of times when I'm looking at this card, I'm being guided to talk about journaling, which is great, of course, and it's a great way to write what is or was happening, but also how you see things, and by doing that, you manifest more consciously. But you can also use it for, and I think in that sense, for Cancer, it may be more intuitive to do it that way. But of course, you can also use it to come up with plans, to brainstorm creative ideas, right? All of that is writing. And I have a background in corporate world. And to me, that is that's such a big thing, right? You can get so much out of those exercises that seem a little mundane or maybe not directly related to the spiritual world and personal growth, but they actually are. There's nothing wrong with making a plan of how you want to get to your goal, right? If it's a big goal and it scares you, how big it is and how much it's going to take of you, right? Break it down, make it feasible, make it edible. I don't know, like that's also writing into reality, and it's writing to reality. It's almost like you're writing a letter to the universe saying, I can get it done. You see, I have a plan. Like I can actually see it happening, right? Which is going to be super attractive, right? For those things to come to reality. But also, you're writing it for yourself, for your psyche, for your brain, to not be as freaked out or confused or whatever it is that may be stopping you from your goals. Okay, so for your love life, you have the Magician, which is Gemini energy. You have Hermit, this is Virgo. Wow, big cards, I love it. And Queen of Wands, this is fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag, you could be dealing with a fire sign. For your career, we have Three of Cups, celebration, I like it. King of Coins, we just had that for Gemini actually, very interesting. And you have a Star, this is Aquarius energy. Advice, Six of Swords. Fool. This is Aquarius again. And Queen of Cups. This is your energy, Cancer. Alright, so a lot of water here, a lot of cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of coins. Yeah, so maybe you've been juggling too much. You've been trying to please the two masters, I'm hearing. Whatever that means for you. Don't. That's as simple as I can put it, right? You need to come up with your priorities and your values, and part of it is accepting that you won't be able to please everyone. You won't be able to stay on top of your, 2 jobs, 5 hobbies, and a family with 3 kids. As hard as the truth sounds, there should be priorities, and something needs to take a secondary place or third place or fifth place in your list, so that on a good day or a good week, when you have a chance or you feel like doing it, you'll do it. But it's not like you feel responsible to be doing all of those things. Think about that, and where that responsibility, that sense of obligation, actually, where is it coming from? Is it even yours? Did you put it on yourself, or somebody else told you to? And you're like, yes, I remember that they told me it's important, so I'm just gonna have to keep doing it. No. So anyways, speaking of the tarot spread, for your love life, there's a lot of the energy. We do have this Queen of Wands, which I'm hearing could be a partner, a fire sign. And man or woman, it doesn't really matter. It is a feminine energy, but in fire, right? So it's like a masculine side of feminine energy. But I don't want to dive too deep into that. We can go down that rabbit hole. But what's important is that this is wisdom, and also it's like being able to read the room. Like, this person know what they're doing, right? Like, they know exactly what they're doing. And the question is, are you on the same page with them, and how do you treat that energy? Are you comfortable? And the main question, like, this is like just a side note. Like, this person definitely knows what they do in life. They understand that for everything, including your relationship. They know exactly why they're there, what they're there for. And I'm not saying that they're, dishonest or they have an agenda. This is more like they are very conscious of those things. But are you? Or are you just following their pattern, or they're essentially the lead, right? Like, look at her grabbing this wand in front, right? Like, is that the leader in your relationship and you're just following? And I mean, there's nothing wrong with someone else, like the other person being the leader. But the question is, where do your interests, priorities, and passion stand there? Are you able to be equal partners in this one, or this person is taking a lot of space and attention, and there's not a lot of freedom left for you to express yourself, to do what you want, and do they even respect that space? So the main cards here are the major arcana, and they are both about your personal space, your personal vision, your introspection, right? Into what do you want. And again, Magician is that card of like, right into your reality. What are you writing? If you're writing a story of like, I love my person and I don't mind doing what they want, or they usually choose our leisure activity and I just go with it. Or I write in like, okay, we're both very much into, gardening. So this gives me so much joy when we work on our garden together, when we create something beautiful, right? Like, that matters. So do yourself a favor and check yourself there. And check either this is coming from a healed place, or that healing still needs to take place, where you feel strong enough to respect your own identity, your interest, your space, and also to express that to people around you. Not to be afraid that they're going to judge you, they're going to leave you, or it's going to hurt their feelings, right? they say you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. If it's somebody, if your partner is someone who is truly, they truly love you, they're together because they value you, they will have the ears to hear this. They will listen, they will pay attention, right? But if that's not the case, then maybe there's something to reconsider in that relationship, right? So think about, and if you feel like, in my example where you were going with, you were taking their lead, if you feel like it's entirely on you, like that person would love to do what you want to do, but that's your decision, that's how you do things, then do a little more introspection to see why. Where is that coming from? Or turn to someone for help to kind of untangle that pattern, to see where it's coming from and how you can change that around, how you can heal that, so you don't feel like you have to go with what others are asking of you. For your career space, like I was saying, you have a celebration card, so there will be something to celebrate. And it's funny because I'm immediately being told that for some people it's a celebration of your success at a job. For others, it's a celebration of leaving some nasty job behind, or maybe saying goodbye to a colleague that you didn't really like. Wow, that's big. But yeah, whatever the reason, whatever floats your boat, there will be a time of celebration. um, what else do I want to say here? There is someone influential and successful in this space. This could be you, but I'm sensing that it's likely it's somebody else who is going to be in the forefront of your career space, and their presence is going to be strong enough for you to really pay attention to what they say, what they want, the way they act, and you would want to follow that. Or maybe you'll be asked to follow that, right? Take it how it resonates. But there will be an urge to follow their lead or to listen to their tasks, orders, requests, and so on and so forth. So this is an opportunity for you to actually connect this to your own personal calling. And again, for some people it will be, you will feel like what you're doing is aligned. And by looking at this person and what they've achieved, how far they've come, it will give you inspiration into how much you can achieve, right? Maybe you'll get a lot of creative ideas and you'll be like, wow, I never thought that I could do this with this kind of job or with this kind of skill set that I have. But this person will inspire. It's almost like meeting a celebrity. Like, I don't know, I'm a dancer, right? So like for me, meeting a world champion in dancing and seeing what they do and maybe spending some time with them, like day to day, and be like, yeah, wow, this is so inspiring, right? And now I have all that um, hope and faith in myself, right? That's the star card, right? It's like reviving faith and hope for you, in you. For others, you'll see that as great as this person is, it's not what you want for your future. It's not where you want to be. It's like almost like you'll see the picture of like, like in those fantasy movies where they can take you through the portal to the future and show you what your future will be like in, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years. So it's almost like you get that vision and you're like, I don't want that for myself. No. And that immediately gets you more ideas of what you want to do. And if you don't immediately seek that answer, because you'll be upset that that's really, you are spending a lot of effort and time on something that you don't really want to be doing in the long term. But make sure that you get over that, you process your emotions, you accept that. Some people never find their calling. So no matter where you are in your life, it's a lot better, and it's a gift in its own to find out what that passion, what that calling is. And it's very important to then be able to transmute that into something wonderful where you'll start paying more attention to what you do want to do, where you want to go, and where you see your bigger mission and purpose. We are in the Pisces season, so I already spoke about new moon in Pisces at the beginning, but that's the energy that's impacting all of us. And you're a Cancer, so Pisces and Cancer are both water signs. So of course they're a little bit more united in that sense of like how you perceive the energy, the information, how it immediately speaks to your feelings and emotions. Okay, and here with the advice, again, we see this connection with how you feel, the connection to taking a leap of faith. And it doesn't mean that you just leave everything behind that you know, that you love, that you're used to. No, it's like you actually need a safe haven. You need that comfort zone, or you need people around who, like, not all of them, but there should be some people who you can count on, especially during turbulent times like this when, you know, you'll be reconsidering your entire life. You need to know, like, there will be um, revelations that will be scary, that will be hurtful, that will get you anxious. It's more than ever important that you know how to bring yourself back to balance, how to ground your energy. So make sure you do know how to do that. You have a way. You know the people. Like, you can build something from a place of balance, truly, honestly, right? It's okay that there is conflict that will bring in change, or, you know, there is that change, like, uh, there is a push, and it may be a negative push at first to change something in your life in a big way, right? But you need to go through that to get yourself out of that moment of pain and suffering, if you wish, or confusion, right? And start building based on a good foundation and feeling good and feeling like you know what you're doing and you feel good about it, right? From a place of grounding and balance. It's very, very important. Okay, let's get some messages from your person of interest. Some messages for Cancer, please. Oop. I was just talking about the conflict and Tower, and we have Tower from your person. Tower and Justice. Anything else? Okay, an Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there is some sort of revelation that's coming up between you and your person. And your person is actually figuring a lot of things out for themselves, right? And I immediately see this Ace of Wands as a part of this Queen of Wands. So this is, I guess, your partner. Whether they are a fire sign or they have a lot of fire in their chart, right? But they are getting some information about their passions, wants, and needs, right? And they're usually in tune. And this is like, you see, like, this is in their third eye chakra. Whether they know about it or not consciously, they are in connection with their higher power, with their higher self. Like, they are staying aligned as much as they can, right? But there's something that's going to be karmically, like, a big deal that's going to be happening in their life, in their own right, that will, at least for a while, turn their world upside down. So this is more of a warning, or just FYI, Cancer, but know that it's something connected with their passion and what they're here to do, right? Like, these lessons are showing them something important for what their next cycle, next phase in their life is like. Whether it's going to be aligned with yours or not is a big question. With these cards, that's as much as I can say. But yes, just be prepared for it, and don't, as much as you may want to help and support them, which is great and the right thing to do for sure, but don't let it absorb you and your energy. And your person actually doesn't want that as much. Like, they don't want this to impact you negatively. So for some, I'm getting that they may not speak to you much about it. They may not want to distract you or have you worried that something bad is happening. But give them that space. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't try to, like, push and invade that world, and like don't try to force it, right? Let them know that you're there, available to help and support, to talk, whatever it needs. But let them come to you when they feel like they need that support, right? Rather than because they need to figure things out in their own right. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, these turned out to be a longer reading, but I hope it worked for you, Cancer. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. And of course, check out videos for other placements, because I'm doing this for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. And until next time, bye guys.